Welcome back. Okay, so in this video, we're going to be looking at the various ways that our anger expressions are part of us. How exactly did we learn the way that we express our anger? Okay, so you might have wondered before. Okay, yes, I have learned the three types of anger expressions, so I know my own. And the big question is, how exactly did I learn to express my anger this way? Okay, so I'll show you. The first one actually is you. Many times we learn these anger expressions are learned from those people close to us, the people that are closest to us, like our parents, our siblings, our neighbors, our best friends, our colleagues, mainly the people we live with, our environments, our surroundings. They inform us of how anger should be expressed. So because we copy what other people do, we naturally just take on that model of expressing our anger and our feelings. So think about it. How exactly do you express your anger? Is there anybody around you who has expressed anger that way before? That's probably an indication as to where you have learned yours from. And guess what? All these anger expressions can be learned and unlearned. So don't just say, that's how I express my anger. My father has always expressed his anger that way. His father before him has expressed his anger before him. Every father before him, my great grandfather. It's a family thing, and that's how exactly we are. No, you can break that jinx. You can start your own way of expressing anger. You can learn it. So anger cannot overpower you. You have power over that anger expression. The next one is sometimes we pick up this anger expression because something really bad, something memorable, something very painful happened to us. It might be an abuse, it might be a traumatic experience, it might be some bullying experiences that you might have had that bring out the worst in you. Okay, so these things happen. You might have been a very meek, gentle, docile, easygoing person, friendly, lovely person, but all of a sudden something happened to you that changed you totally. So it happens, and guess what? You are not your experiences. These things may have happened to you. They may have changed something in you, but they don't have to determine your life and your destiny. You can still reverse it. You can still change it. I'm sorry about what happened to you in your past. But if you know that this thing has made you become angry and expressing your anger in a way that has affected you and is affecting your relationships and might affect your future, then you need to revisit that particular situation, see a therapist, see a counselor, somebody that can support you and walk you through that process, and you will become a better person. The third way that we have learned to express our anger in the way that we do is what we watch. You might be surprised. Some of the things you watch, some TV programs you watch, you just might have learned some anger expressions from some TV characters or some comical characters. That's maybe somebody screams, and so you've just learned that the way I should express my anger is by screaming. Okay, somebody cries a lot, and you just decide, you know what, I like this. Sometimes we don't even know when we make these decisions, but because you watch it again and again and again and again, it becomes a part of you. So be careful what you watch on TV, be careful what you watch on social media, be careful what you watch on the phone. All of these things can influence your behavior without you realizing. And then, of course, the last one I will be expressing to you right now is your personality. Our various personalities indicates the way that we express our anger. If you're a quiet introvert, you might actually tilt more towards the mosquito style of expressing your anger. If you are if you're the assertive, very friendly, outgoing extrovert, then you might actually tend towards the fireball way of expressing your anger, your anger, your feelings. Okay. Now, why exactly do some children find it hard to control their anger? Sometimes, especially if you're a teenager, it's hormonal changes. You're going through puberty and it's hard for you. You're still trying to understand your body. Okay. So with some changes in your body system, you're not able to put your thoughts clearly, you're not able to put your thoughts in words, and so the next thing that comes to your mind is you just flare up or you just want to be left alone and things like that. Now, because of the changes going on inside you, you therefore begin to express anger or feelings of anger. and it's hard for you to control. It's hard. It's new. It's a new experience for you. For some other people, it's actually a low self-esteem problem that they have. I think we talked about this earlier. Some people, it's actually discomfort. It's a discomfort for them to communicate their feelings. It's hard to even express their feelings in the first place, especially if you're an introvert. So it's hard for you to express your feelings. That's why it's hard for you to control your anger. And the fact that you don't even have the words for your anger, I mean, for your feelings, make you just blow up. Okay. Next, it's anxiety. The fact that you are angry puts you in a very difficult position. And so you feel anxious, or you're wondering, why can't everybody just get it right? Why does anybody have to be wrong? So, I mean, it's the whole thing is just making you anxious, and especially the fact that you you want to express your feelings to the person, and somebody's expecting you to express your feelings to them, and that alone even makes you more anxious. And then for some people, it's actually a very serious case of depression. So that's what makes it hard for them to control their anger. Okay, so I want you to know the signs before you burst. So think about your the various situations that have actually come together to make you angry at different times. Okay, so observe the signs. There are several signs that your body will give you to show you that you are that you're angry. So before you burst, before you explode, or before you implode, observe the signs. How does your body feel when you're actually getting angry? Do you observe that you have a rapid heartbeat? For some people, their heart beats really fast. Do you feel your muscles being tense? Do you feel that it's easy for you to begin to clench your fists? You're angry, and so you clench your fist, or do you observe that you just want to stay away from people, or you begin to stammer, you stutter, you're trying to say something, and your words are running, your mouth is running faster than your thoughts, things like that. So it makes you stutter. So observe the signs. When you observe these signs, this should be an indication for you to stop whatever it is that you're doing or you're trying to express at that time. Take a short break and then come back when you've calmed down to then face the situation. Many times the anger feelings or the feeling of anger tell us a lot about ourselves. So it's good if you listen to your anger. It's telling you something about yourself. It might tell you something about your future, tell you something about your area of passion. For me, it used to be I used to get angry a lot when somebody is ignorant. Just the fact that somebody doesn't know something makes me feel very uneasy. Like I feel everybody's supposed to learn something. So it gets me angry really when somebody doesn't know something. So I that was for me was an indication that teaching is a passion. So I want to teach. And so it even becomes harder when I teach and you don't get it. So it makes me even all the more angry. Okay, so that for me was an indication, the fact that I am not, I don't feel comfortable being around people who don't know some things. I really want to help people learn some things. So that for me was an indication as to my career path. For some other people, for you, it might be that you're angry when people are being treated unfairly. So you just might realize you have some humanitarian services in your future, or you might be you're supposed to be a lawyer and things like that. So whatever it is, think about it. Listen to your anger. It is telling you something about yourself, telling you something about your future. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this with me. I hope that you're learning a lot. Grab a pen, grab a paper, and see you in the next video.